Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen. We have some updates, some news on Predator Badlands. Now this movie, some people are looking forward to, some people aren't. But as always, it is quite interesting to take a look on the lead up to this, what is revealed, what is not. And then of course, subsequently, how it's going to be received. This drops not that far from now. And I wait with bated breath. I have an element of anticipation over this. There's some good and some bad things that I know about this movie. And it's interesting to now hear the director come out and say some bits and pieces about it. So the director, in this particular snippet of information I'm going to provide, basically teases the relationship that not like that. Calm down, weird freaks online. The relationship between Dec, the Predator, and Thea, the Weyland-Yutani synthetic. So let's take a look at this. Please do hit subscribe if you're new here. And please do turn those bell notifications on. We're trying to push to 500,000 subscribers, and I can't do it without you. So thank you in advance. Anyway, this is on Games Radar. They have an exclusive here, but this is obviously just a part of their... it's like the SFX magazine and things like that. So, yeah, as it says, quote, Predator Badlands director teases fun new Predator movie as he likens its lead characters to Chewbacca and C-3PO. There's nothing like a laugh amidst all the violence. Disagree. I mean, I will wait to see how it turns out, but I disagree with that statement, actually, like, quite frankly. Predator didn't have a laugh through all the violence. It had some quips here and there, but it wasn't like, ha ha ha. It wasn't how it was framed. Predator 2 didn't really have that either. Predator 3... or Predator, should I say, that didn't really have that. We only kind of got this with the advent of The Predator. There were quips, but it wasn't in the way that this is being framed. And I also disagree that, there's nothing like a laugh amidst all the violence. That sounds very Marvel-esque. That is something which I don't like the sound of. Something which alleviates tension and removes it. I want the tension. I want the tension to build. I don't want you to, instill a moment of levity. Don't want that. I don't want that. However, and again, I repeat, I will wait and see how this transpires, because it might be good. Who knows? So, Dan Trachtenberg says he set out to lighten up the Predator franchise with upcoming sci-fi sequel Predator Badlands. I mean, that's just bad. I don't like that at all. That's a shitty thing to say, but okay. So over the years, Predator fans have come to expect two things from a new movie: blood and carnage. With upcoming sequel Predator Badlands, though, director Dan Trachtenberg hopes to inject some serious fun and humour into the long-running sci-fi horror franchise. Now, this movie won't have any blood. There is no human death in this movie. Everything that we see, everyone that we see, is synthetic. They have come out and said that. And I think that they've done that in a way which enables them to get a lower rating. I think. We don't know. I don't think they've revealed the rating yet. But I'm going to say, as my hot prediction, this will have a lower rating than a normal Predator movie. And I think that's why they've done it. Which, if you're looking at it from a business perspective, is a smart thing to do. If you can still show, not blood, but violence and... sort of insinuated gore with synthetics, but get a lower rating so more people can watch it, you will run the potential chance of having a higher turnover of profit. So it's smart from a business perspective. I don't massively agree with it, but who knows? We will see. So he said this, quote, I've made the comparison that it's like Chewbacca and C-3PO, the movie. But C-3PO is the nervous Nelly. The fun of Thea is that she is really unflappable, Trachtenberg says in the cover feature of SFX magazine. She is positive under any circumstance. You get a flavour of that personality in the trailer when she pops into frame after slicing and dicing some crazy creatures. That is a really fun character to be stuck with. To be stuck with a Predator. Sorry, a Yautja that is a real hard ass. And doesn't really want to talk too much, and is much more, and is more like Clint Eastwood or Mad Max or Conan even. So they're made for a really fun pairing, and something that we haven't seen in Predator, but also in the Alien franchise. Now, those kind of pairings do work. It's actually it's a pretty standard trope, having those two, like, you know, a hardened badass, just that's their archetype. They don't really go through character arcs that much. That's just who they are, with someone that offers levity. So it does work. It's tried and tested, actually. It works well. I just don't know whether I agree with it in the Predator franchise. To name a few where this works really nicely, Judge Dredd for one of them. Dredd 2012. They obviously had, you know, Carl Urban as Dredd, and then Judge Anderson. Judge Anderson is that moment of levity. She is, especially in the comics, she does offer some humour. Whereas Dredd, deadpan, that's it. He is who he is. Nothing is said. He goes through character arcs on a really slow basis. So it does work, and it can work. Maybe it'll work in this. Your guess is as good as mine. And he is right in saying, well, it's not something we've seen in the Alien franchise. Yeah, we've not. So, set predominantly on Yautja Prime, the Predator's homeworld, that made its on-screen debut in Trachtenberg's acclaimed anthology, Predator Killer of Killers, Badlands sees otherworldly hunter Dek align himself with a Weyland-Yutani synth named Thea. After he's cast out from his tribe, together the twosome set out on a treacherous journey to take on the most fearsome enemy and prove Dek as an ultimate warrior. This actually isn't true. It's not set predominantly on Yautja Prime, so that's a weird thing to say, but okay. So anyway, he continues further and says, having a character like Thea brings more fun to the movie that I think perfectly balances out all of the intensity. So maybe. There's nothing like a laugh that is a cathartic release amidst all of the intensity and violence and all that stuff. So I love when there's comedy and there's fun in an action thing. I don't respond when something is just pure comedy. For whatever reason, I don't often fall. So it was a joy to make a movie like this where I get to embrace the kind of things that I like in action movies. And again, I will agree, like, it can work. I think it's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with all of it. So he also came out and compared something to, well, Jaws anyway. So he says, Jaws is one of my favourite movies of all time. It's not my favourite horror movie. I don't consider Jaws a horror movie. But when it's scary, it's effing terrifying. When it's funny, it's hilarious. When there's drama, it's incredibly sincere and authentic. And when there's adventure, it's high seafaring adventure. It's all things. It's not one thing. It's excellent at all things. So this movie, in this tone, the Predator's got to be badass and ferocious. And there's going to be this fun thing with Thea. And that's going to be funny, but also sincere and have a pulse of its own. So there you go. Some of this is good, some of this is bad. I still say, well, you know, let's wait and see how it turns out. But, you know, having a laugh in a Predator movie, I'm just going to say not massively liking that. But never mind. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.